welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today I'm in a different location. So this is my master bedroom. So I wasn't allowed in the bedroom and to close the door unless the babies came in. They wouldn't let me. So I've told them they can be a part of this video then. So we've got Evie over here. She's not feeling the best at the moment. She's been sick the last few days. So she'll probably be wandering around, trying to let my moisturiser in the right, darling. And then we've got Macy over here, and she's suckling her berry. This is Macy's comfort teddy bear. She sleeps with it every single night. She suckles with it every night. And anytime she feels like a little bit uneasy or anything, she'll go and grab the bear and suckle on it. Okay, so we've just lost Evie. She's not feeling well, so she's just gone out to be with Morgan. So this is editing Lottie. I'm so sorry to cut into the video. I just want to make a quick note. I do have a filter on my face as well. I've had a very stressful night and day, and with that my skin likes to break out. So I've got 3 pimples, one up here, one on my nose, and then one on my lip. So nice. So just wanted to make a note. Unfortunately, Evie took a turn overnight and this morning, and she couldn't move the back half of her. So I sent a video to my vet, and he recommended that I do bring her in to him to be checked out, and I'm glad I did, because turns out she has a really bad infection. So she's on antibiotics, she's had some pain relief, and she's just resting now. So please keep her in your prayers. All right, let's jump back to the video. So also, I apologise for being so fidgety in this video, making a few mistakes and sounding so nervous in my voice. I'm obviously very anxious in this video. Talking about anxiety is a massive thing for me, for one, but for two, just going through everything with Evie, it really has made me quite anxious. So I didn't realise until editing this video how fidgety I was. Right, so today's video is a little bit different to normal. I wanted to do a quick video on anxiety and some tips, especially whilst we're all in quarantine right now. I do suffer from anxiety, so I am not feeling 100% right now. Being in quarantine, it has given me, it's like taken my control away, so it's made me very anxious during this time. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you're not in this alone. Everybody is feeling the same anxiety, uncertainty with everything. A lot of people are feeling very alone, not being able to see your friends and your family. So please feel free to reach out if you are feeling like this. I'm happy to talk with you all. Okay, so some of my tips for anxiety and how I've been dealing with my anxiety pre and during quarantine is exercise. Exercise is a massive one for me. I've noticed that really changes my mood. It also helps my endo when I exercise. So if I'm in less pain, then I'm less anxious as well. So I like to go walking. So we were walking prior to quarantine. We were doing just normal walks Monday to Friday with the girls, and then on Saturdays and Sundays taking them to the dog park, and it wore them out, it wore us out. It was really nice having that routine. When quarantine started, I was recommended to stay at home, self-quarantine, before everyone was told to stay at home. That's because I have no immune system. So I stopped my walks, and I could feel myself not feeling that great because I wasn't doing those daily walks anymore. So we have picked it up again this week. So myself and my husband, we get up at 5 a.m. and we'll go for a walk before the majority of the people are out, so then we don't have to run into anyone. and it helps us get ready for the day. It helps us give us like that energy and feel happy, some fresh air. Seeing the dogs happy as well makes us happy. Another exercise I do is yoga. There's loads of free yoga on the internet at the moment. There's also like paid classes you can do via Skype and stuff using your TV and that. So that's another way that I like to relax by exercising. So another way that I deal with my anxiety is I can feel when I'm starting to get overly anxious. I can pick up on it now. I don't leave it till last minute anymore. And I have some apps that I use to help me with my breathing. So one thing is on my Fitbit, there is a calming breathing thing for about 2 or 3 minutes. So if I'm out and about, which whilst we're not in quarantine, I'm not, but if I don't have my phone on me, I can't do the app or something, I'll just bring up this one real quick just to try and get me back down to a level that's reasonable until I'm able to get to my phone. And then I just use my phone. There's a few apps. I will add them into this video as well, the apps that I currently use. And they're amazing. They really help me. Something else I do is the better I eat, the less anxious I am. Something about like feeling healthy and fresh just helps me like feel better and less anxious. Then getting up for the day, showering and putting on normal clothes is a massive thing. So don't get me wrong, I do wear pajamas some days. There is some days that I'll shower and just put pajamas back on. But most days I prefer to put on some normal clothes, feel normal, feel like an everyday day that we're not in quarantine at the moment. So I tend to just put on some leggings and a t-shirt, leggings and a jumper, leggings and a singlet. Can you see a theme there? I love leggings, they're comfortable. So that really does help with anxiety. When my anxiety does get extremely bad, I do have one thing which I picked up from some doctors, and it is called grounding. I've got my iPad here with little notes on it so that I don't forget what I'm saying. So if you see me looking that way, that is why. So grounding, it's only something new for me. I haven't been using it for very long. So I am still learning how to use it properly, but I do feel it work. So when I'm having an anxiety attack or I'm like really, really anxious, I look around me and I will find 5 things that I can see. So you name them. Then 4 things I can touch. Then 3 things I can hear. 2 things I can smell. And 1 thing I can taste. So you can say it out loud if you want, or you can just say it in your head. I just like recognize all those things. So it just helps me feel back in control of my body and my surroundings. So it is called grounding. You can look it up online. I did earlier to make sure that I had the steps correctly. And yeah, there's heaps of it online as well if you want to see the full explanation of it. I did get this from a professional because I do see a psychiatrist. I think it's a psychiatrist, psychologist, I can't remember the difference between the 2. I see one of them in part of my endo team. So yeah, that came from them, so it is something that the doctors do use out there. So a few other tips that I've written down is redirect your attention, which is basically what I just said with the grounding. Take your attention away from what you're anxious about and try and focus on something else. Let go of whatever you're thinking about that's making you feel horrible, and think of something positive. I like to think of my dogs quite a bit. They're a massive thing for my anxiety, so that's another one that you guys could use, is really connect with your animals. They know how you're feeling, they can sense it, and they're so calming and peaceful, and they just like help you feel good and happy. So when I am feeling anxious, I do tend to go and I'll play with my babies, and you know, just seeing them happy and run around, especially Macy, she loves toys. Evie's not a toy dog, but with Macy, like, you give her a ball and she lights up the room because she has a ball. So that really helps as well. The breathing, which I did touch on already. So if you don't have an app, or you don't have a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or anything like that, just try and breathe in and out slowly. Just try and take deep breaths and just let all that negative energy out and bring the positive energy in instead. And just focusing on your breathing, that redirects your attention again. So then you're focusing on something else that's not causing your anxiety. So another thing is, your thoughts aren't always correct. They can be wrong. So you can be having some negative thoughts and they're not correct. You don't need to feel that way. Push them to the side, tell them that they're wrong. Tell yourself that this is just in your head. This isn't real. You don't need to be thinking like that. That does help. That is a hard one to do. I will admit I struggle with that one quite a bit, but when it does work, it works amazing. Another thing that helps me with my anxiety is getting a good night's sleep. So I don't sleep well because of my endo already. And then being in this situation of more anxiety, you know, there's issues with like, is my job still going to be around? My husband's job's been affected. Everybody's jobs have been affected in some way, shape or form. Everybody's freaking out about money right now. So all of that, when we're all feeling that at the moment. So that doesn't help when you go to bed and you've got these thoughts in your head and you just can't sleep. So I tend to make myself sick because I just let these thoughts keep going in my head. Like, I'll just keep thinking about this one thing, and it's not that important, but my brain thinks it's that important to interrupt my sleep. So yeah, I take melatonin, and it's something that our body naturally makes. It is something natural, and that helps me to go to sleep. So I tend to take that about an hour or two before I go to bed, and it will help me sleep through the night. And it also helps me get to sleep, so then I'm not sitting there thinking about things that I don't need to be thinking about when I'm laying in bed. Another thing that, this is actually something my husband does when he can tell that I'm quite anxious, is he tends to make me laugh. So laughing helps quite a bit. So laughing helps me heaps. It just, again, I guess it distracts me from whatever I'm thinking about, whatever I'm anxious about, and gets me laughing and feeling good, and laughing releases good energy. So that's another thing that helps me. So I just wanted to also give you guys some affirmations that could help in that moment of anxiety and everything else isn't working. Things that you can say to yourself that will help a little bit. So things are working out for me. Not they aren't working out, they are working out. Change that they're not to they are. A big one is I am safe in this moment. So telling yourself that you're safe, that you don't have to be scared, you don't have to be worried. It definitely helps massively. I use that one quite a bit. Another one I like to use is I can choose my thoughts and feelings. So that one's quite a good one, because when I'm feeling crappy or I'm having negative thoughts, responding to those negative thoughts, saying I'm allowed to have positive thoughts. I can choose my own thoughts and feelings, that this negative thoughts and feelings isn't in control of me. So if I am spending nights where I'm not getting sleep and it is because of anxiety, I do have a weighted blanket that I can use. It's not on my bed 24/7. Both myself and my husband have used it. It doesn't work for him, but it works for me. Also, when sleeping, I find having a cool room helps, and this helped even prior to me having hot flushes. So as you can see, I have a fan. This is my side of the bed, and I have a fan on my side of the bed to make sure that I'm nice and cool. So I'll have a doona on still, but I still need to be cool. On my husband's side, we actually have a portable aircon in the window right there. So we always have our room nice and cool, and then we've got the doona. We've got extra blankets in case we are feeling cold, but the cold just helps me sleep and it helps me feel comfortable. And as I said, this is what I used to do prior to hot flushes. So it's not just about my hot flushes, it's about getting to that state where your body is able to relax, so then you can go to sleep. Another thing that it does help, I don't practice this 24/7. In fact, it's gotten a bit out of control the last few weeks, but creating a calming space in the bedroom and removing the technology from in here. So turning your TV off, spending half an hour without technology before bed, so then your brain can start shutting off. Not using your phone in the bedroom, then not having a TV in the bedroom, not watching TV in the bedroom. If you do have one in here, like not watching it before bed or anything like that, that helps make this room entirely for sleep then. So that is a big one, and when I do practice that, that does help me massively. As I said, I haven't been doing that lately, so I've been using my phone before bed every night. More things like before bed, also doing a little bit of meditation or your breathing or yoga before bed can really help, because it lowers your blood pressure and your heart rate. You are in like a calmer state. It's the same as having like a hot bath or like a warm drink, like some warm milk or a decaf coffee or a decaf tea or something. Or if the tea doesn't affect you, then have a tea, green tea. That all helps to go to sleep. So another thing that I have recently found out that helps me is finding hobbies that I like. So YouTube is one of my hobbies now that I really like. It's helping me feel normal. It's helping me use my time productively, helping me feel normal, not feel so crazy. Going out and doing some gardening or being in nature, just being in that fresh air and hearing the birds and stuff like that outside, that just is so peaceful and calming as well. And lastly, don't be afraid to cry. Sometimes you just need a good crying session. So if I need to cry, I need to cry. It's not the end of the world. Everybody cries, and crying releases that stress and that anxiety, and you just feel better afterwards. So don't be afraid to cry. So I think that's enough tips for today. If you would like some more tips, please let me know. If you are feeling down and you want to talk to someone, please comment down below. Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. I'm happy to chat to any one of you. I'm happy to do some video calls with you guys as well if you'd like, or some live YouTubes. Maybe we can just do our makeup together, anything like that, anything to help you feel better. It also helps me, as I said, doing this YouTube, it's helping me massively. And don't forget that everybody is feeling like this at the moment. It's not just you. So I think that's all. So I will leave that there. So if you liked this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below, and don't forget to subscribe and change notifications to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. You say bye. Shake it. Good girl. Whatever. Good girl. Shake it. Good girl. Oh yes, I love you too. Kiss. Kisses again. Good girl. All right. Here we go. You're so cute. Right, bye guys.